So I guess it's about time that we talk about the middle of the campaign. Okay, hold on, let me collect myself real quick. Alright, so in quick summary, everything has gone to shit, but we are still alive. Barely. So after our mission, a lot of stuff happened, but let me see if I can get all my ducks in a row. Those are geese, dumbass! Oh, speaking of birds, let's move on to our next mission. So the next task set out for our party adventurers was to go to this factory and deal with some workers and some weird business going on there. And we found this giant crow in the basement. Turns out this crow wasn't a crow, it was a person. And this person wanted to be kind of like a hero and save the day and help a lot of people out, but they were kind of doing it in that weird, like, nice guy way where they were being very passive aggressive and being very cryptic about what they were saying. So we chased them all the way down to a desert, into a carnival, into a tent, and then we finally cornered him.
Aw, she's so fucking cute! Oh shit, she's packing heat!
But we didn't stop him from turning a moon into a second sun, which really pissed off a lot of people and turned them against us. But on the upside, the Scarecrow got a new trophy for the trophy room, which is pretty cool, I guess. So after we heal up and then get kicked out of the town for being responsible for turning the moon into the sun somehow, we end up going to find some lenses for this cutie patootie planetarian lady who ends up telling us there's a fourth celestial body. Now, we have 3 of them, but it turns out there's a 4th one. So that's new, but that's not good news because the planets are not planets. See, what they are gods. Now these gods, we don't know anything about them because that history has been lost. But what we do know is that they're a very big problem. This has to do with a bit of the backstory with the Scarecrow. See, they weren't always a Scarecrow, they were actually a person, but they died, as you do, and then they were brought back to be a Scarecrow. Now, why were they brought back as a Scarecrow? Fuzzy details, but the reason they're alive right now is because they have to go and fight that giant god that's in the ocean by themselves in order to finally die. So they're functionally immortal, but their armor was about as reliable as a dollar store condom. But lest we forget, this monster has been around before the Scarecrow or any of the party members has been a thought in anyone's brain. So you have to remember that this god, that's a planet, that's a monster in the ocean, already has a body count. See, before any of the party members met up, the witch that is in our group had a girlfriend. This girlfriend was amazing. They were a muscle mommy. They were a pirate. Everything you could want in a lady. Sadly, this couple had to go on a hiatus for a little bit because the girlfriend of the witch got sucked into the whirlpool and died, along with her crew. But later, we found out that she was alive. Hooray! But now she's this cool zombie witch pirate queen, and they're just kind of hanging out with us for a bit, but they are good company, with the added bonus of having some sick orange glowing eyes that'll put the fear of God into any weaker men.
But Zubra, where is the 4th celestial body?
I'm glad you asked, random commenter. They are in the west region in a hole that's surrounded by a town, where half of the population is a bunch of eyelash people. People made of eyelashes, I said. Let this be a PSA for anybody playing a tabletop role-playing game. If you say the words, "What could possibly go wrong?" you're giving your DM ideas. And when your DM has ideas, you better get on your hands and knees and pray to Orin Jesus that you make it out of there alive. So after learning this news, we learn of an oncoming invasion from the east in another land that is just of an empire that is filled with steampunk technology. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Remember that angel bastard that we fought in the last session? I'll give you one guess to tell me who made it. Any guesses? That's right! Which means the coked out kids from across the pond are coming to pay us a visit because they just want to introduce us to that good old suburban lifestyle.
Did somebody say boom?
So this is a very tense situation. We're trying to wrap our heads around everything. So we gotta stay as a group, calm down, and just remember to stick to a plan. Which is when a party member decides to leave to go explore this same country, introducing us to our newest party member. But before we do that, and to make sure that my ADHD doesn't rip its own leash off again, I'm going to go through these next bullet points as quickly as possible in relative order, so that way we can get through the rest of this ride as smoothly as possible. So here we go! Acquired a new friend who loves fire, money, and has a bit of a god complex. Tried to help union workers get their jobs back, but failed because somebody doesn't know what fucking trigger discipline is, and then failed because we had a bit of a problem. See, after the shot was heard, that sparked a bit of a fight between the union workers and people inside the factory. And then a Minotaur we met later and thought wasn't important, then charged the factory, bulldozed it to the fucking ground, and then, and only then, did everybody realize that the Scarecrow was nearly dead because they ran over the damn Scarecrow.
Wait, where'd you get that piano?
Also, a lot of people are now jobless. So the best thing that we could do is just shrug our shoulders, throw up our hands, and say, "Oops, that wasn't supposed to happen." I think Police Girl is ordered by somebody to kill the witch in our group. We go to ask the mayor of the swamp town to help us out, and it turns out that they're dead, except no, they're not, and they're a giant snake that was the person that made the Scarecrow alive in the first place to go kill the giant monster in the ocean. The priest that was on sabbatical dies to a Rubik's Cube with legs, but then doesn't thanks to the power of jewelry. But then becomes evil because reasons. And finally, the witch's girlfriend that is a pirate zombie thing wants to go to this pit in the middle of nowhere that might have a fix for the whole two sun problem. But on the upside, everybody got to ride ice pods that were the size of horses, which was really nice and did help our mental health a lot.